Alright, I think this is live now. I'm telling you, live streaming software is a pain in my butt. Nope, that's the old stream. Alright, dear YouTube, why are you messing with me? Alright, today does seem to be a bad day. YouTube. No, YouTube, that's not what I asked you to do. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Darn you, Donna. Darn you, Donna. Donna must have done went and sabotaged all my stuff. We know it was Donna. Alright, I need to change one more setting though. I don't know where that setting was. I'll find that later. Alright, how is everyone's day going? I hope you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out to my terrible live stream. Now the problem is I can't figure out where the game is. There we go, we got her. Alright, we're gonna go run some showdowns for now. Alright, Hydro, how's your day going? BP, what's up, my man? Stacks, what's up? Hammans, how are you today? Hydro, thank you for being a channel member, my friend. I definitely appreciate that. We got Melon in the house. What's up, Mr. Melon? I hope everybody's doing awesome. I will say this, you know, I've got two pieces of software I can stream on. One is Streamlabs and the other one's OBS Studio. And even though they're basically the same thing, they're quite different in a lot of ways. It's kind of a weird deal, but they used to be a lot more similar. It seems like Streamlabs has changed quite a few things and they're not the same anymore. So there's quite a few things that are awkward. Like honestly, when you group a couple of windows together, it seems to cause a lot of problems on Streamlabs, but on OBS Studio it doesn't. Like right now I got it set up so I can use OBS for recording and Streamlabs for live streaming, but there's definitely a lot of weirdness going on there, which is a bummer, but what can you do? Ah, Hazman is from Malaysia. Cool, cool. I'm not really sure where that is in the world, but welcome to the live stream. I hope things there are awesome. I really do. Yeah, I don't really know much about Malaysia. It's cold there, right? Or is it really hot? Which one is it, really hot or really cold? I feel like it's going to be one or the other. Scott, hey, good to see ya. Hydro says, Showdown is better for me, 800 trophies. 800's alright. I mean, Showdown's kind of rough some days, depending on what car you have and how fast they are and how many upgrades you have and all that good stuff. But the way I look at Showdown is you got to do what you can do. Get on there, collect all the free prizes you can, and you got to be happy with that. I wish somebody would invent a live streaming software that didn't seem to have so many problems. I never really have any major problems. I never seem to have any major problems when I'm trying to record. It's only when live streaming. It's kind of weird. But there's always problems when it comes to live streaming. It's a big old bummer, that's all I'm going to say. So it looks like I've got this car maxed out. I don't know why I've got this car maxed out. I don't remember liking this car. It's all about the 5,000 races. I'm going to tell you what. If you're doing 5,000 races, you got more free time than I do. But even 500, honestly, 500's a lot. I probably get somewhere between 100 and 300 in on every showdown. I never really get the full 500. It's really time consuming. Very time consuming. Melon says the M600 is nothing special. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks very nice. I don't remember anything standing out about this car, however. Placement race. Alright, let's go do it to it. PB, I'm doing good, my friend. He says, darn you, Donna. Yeah, good old Donna. Donna messes everything up. I'm not a big fan of old Donna and her tricks. I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to vote Donna out of CSR2 Racing. We got to get rid of that darn Donna. That's the way I'm seeing it right now. Donna needs to go. How many of you guys are fans of Donna? I hope none of you. I hope you're all like, no thank you, Donna. Oh, man. For me, though, the best thing about showdowns is you earn your tokens for your Elite Tuners cars, game cash, and respect points. I mean, it's pretty easy for the most part. Just to go in there, run a couple tanks of gas a day, and collect whatever stuff you can get. Win or lose, showdowns are beneficial. I mean, even if you just do one or two gas tanks a day on showdowns, it's totally worth it. I'm not sure, you know, if you did, you know, let's just say you did 20 races every day on a showdown. That would be good progress. Scott says Donna is meh most of the time. I think all of the time. Not just most of the time, all of the time. Darn you, Donna! You are not my friend. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Scott got the CC850 the other day. Oh man, you've got parts on the Shax car. That's a bummer. I'll tell you what though, the CC850 is an excellent car. It is hard to get parts for, but those cars are excellent. I love them actually. Hydro says, crap sandwiches. I don't think Donna is ever kind to any of us, to tell you the truth. The only time Donna was ever good to me is when I very first started the game and I was pulling cars out of crates that I didn't own. But after like 2 days, it's just like, here's a car that you already have, here's another one that you already... All she gave me was junk. Darn you, Donna. Darn you, Donna, and your crap sandwiches. I don't know why, but I really enjoy making fun of her. I really do. What started the beef between me and Donna? Alright, or have you ever seen what she gives you when you open crates? She takes your keys, She gives you a mini pooper and then she trades it in for some sort of amazing car. She's basically robbing us, guys. Donna is robbing us. She's taking our hard-earned keys and giving us junk for them. She's mean, she's nasty, she's terrible. I bet she's got a freaking garage full of the best cars you've ever seen in your life. And you know why she's got those? Because she stole our keys and gave us Mini Coopers. Scott says, I need to start doing more showdowns. Yeah, I mean, showdowns really are worth it just for the participation awards. I mean, you don't gotta spend 3 hours a day doing showdowns, but they're very beneficial. Hey Darth, I'm doing good. About yourself? I hope you're awesome. Whose comment says, Danny, for me recently, it's been Donna. Wait, Donna was his. Oh my God, I can't read. This is why it sucks to be dyslexic. Okay, so Donna was nice to you, but now not so much, huh? I still don't know if I read all of that right. I am very bad at reading. I apologize. Doris is much better now. That's good. How do I remember the different shift patterns for each car? Well, the majority of them I have videos about. So if I don't remember how to drive a car and I need to, I go look up my video for it. Some people have these amazing memories, but the cars I don't use very often, I don't remember the shift patterns, so thank goodness we got some documentation there. Like if I don't have a video for it, then I'll go over to Zukar's channel and check to see what Zukar's got going on for that. I wish I could remember the shift pattern for every car, but I really only remember the ones I drive often. It's kind of funny, but I'll spend like an hour playing with the car, figuring out the shift pattern. I make a video for it, and 2 days later, I've already forgotten how to drive it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go. Melon says notes. Yeah, you could take notes. I think Melon said he's got like 54 novels. He's got like 12 encyclopedias full of notes. For me, it's just easier to pull up a YouTube video when needed and rewatch that. Alright, Evo just got the Challenger RT. Should have the Escort by the end of the stream. Hold on a second. You know what? Let's go look. How did you get them? Is there an event for those on the map already? I haven't really looked at the map today, but I'm still working on restoring some of these other cars. Oh man, I'm so behind. Let's go look at the map. I'm so behind on the Legends stuff. I don't like Legends stuff. I hate restoring cars. I kind of slack at it, unfortunately. Thanks, Orb, but yeah, I don't think my reading is very good. I do my best. Fruct, what's up, bud? How's your... Stop that, I'm trying to do something! Alright, Legends Trial, Spirit of the Z. Labor of Love Evo, so I don't see anything for the Legends stuff yet. I mean, there's this. I actually haven't looked at this yet. Ah, that's how we're going to get the new Lamborghini. So I've got the first car, and it looks like there's parts on it. What's the second car? Ah, the Diablo SV. It smells really weird in my house all of a sudden. It smells really weird. Huh. So where did you get the new Legends cars already? Are they in the dealership or? I'm not sure where you found them. Let's go look in the dealership. We're going to look under Fords. Or maybe there's a new Legends section. Alright, let's click on Legends. Really quick. They're not in here. Yeah, I don't know where they're at. Oh, I gotta restore all the Legends cars first. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't like Legends. I'm not a big fan. Oh, Legends Revival. There we go. That's what we're looking for. It's gonna be a while before I get that done. I'm 18% on my Mira. $240Z. Yeah, I'm very far off on getting this done. I don't even have those new cars in here, actually. Yeah, I don't even have them. Interesting. However they got it set up. I hate Legends. Not a fan. Correct, I'm doing alright, my friend. Thank you. Wait, I don't have a Legends Legacy event. I got Legends Revival. Spirit of the Z. Yeah, I don't have it yet. Ooh, crew cups. Hold on a second. Ooh, let me finish these really quick. So, I probably need to do a few more things before I unlock that. Should you buy the Huracan GT3 Evo 2 as a new player? It's not a bad car, actually. It's a pretty decent car. I should have a video that goes over that if you want to check it out. I mean, it's not one of the best cars in the game, but it's okay. I do like that car. I don't think I love that car, but I do like that car. Truth is, I mean, as a brand new player, if you had that car and you were able to get some parts for it, that would be a lot better than a lot of the cars you can get in the game. I will say that. Alright, D, what do you mean by is it worth grinding freshly as a new player? What does that mean? Is it worth grinding freshly as a new player? I'm trying to figure out what you mean by freshly. GH, what's up, my friend? How you doing today? I hope you're awesome. No fuel. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, if you like the Legends events, some of the cars in there are pretty good, some of them aren't. I don't know if you're talking about the original Legends or Legends Revival or what, but here's the deal. Some of the Legends cars are great, some are pretty terrible, so if you enjoy doing Legends, then yes, you should actually work on doing the Legends events. I don't know why, I'm just not a fan of restoring cars. For some reason, restoring cars just really bothers me. I mean, some of the Legends Revival cars are pretty decent. Most of the original Legends cars are just kind of so-so. I mean, there's a couple of nice ones, but alright, quick question. I just became rank 40. I started yesterday with upgrading my Supra, but the LC 500 event is timed for 30 days. Alright, so here's the problem with Elite Tuners events. This is the major issue with that. You're never going to earn enough of those upgrade tokens to get the events done before the timers run out. The GR Supra is a really nice car. It's just really good at pretty much everything. It's not one of the best cars in the game, but it's a great all-arounder. Now the LC 500 is a really nice tier 4 car. I mean, if you know what you're doing, that can destroy people at live racing. Now, one thing about the Supra is you can always upgrade that later. There's no time limit on the original Elite Tuners events. But when you run into the Tuner Pits events and stuff like that, they have a timer on it. Once those go away, they're never going to come back. So here's the thing you need to be aware of. On the Elite Tuner events, for example, if you don't finish the event for the LC 500, you're probably not going to unlock all the rims. You're probably not going to unlock all the body kits. The car is going to be the exact same thing, but when it comes to customizations, you're going to be missing out on some of that stuff. That's really the only downfall on not finishing one of the Elite Tuners events, is you won't lock all of the cool upgrades you can put on your car as far as looks goes. But you can still max out the car and drive it, and it'll still be just as good. So you kind of got to decide what's the most important to you. But for example, anytime there's a timed Elite Tuners event, right now if I focus on putting all of my upgrade tokens into that particular car, normally I get it up to about 5 golden stars before the event ends. So I'm pretty much never able to hit 5 purple stars before an event ends. But what I normally do is I get it up to 5 golden stars, I run through most of the event, I get like 90 or 95% of the features unlocked. Now, for example, there are some Elite Tuners events I never did at all. I don't think I did the one for the LC 500. I don't think I did the one for the Sylvia, so I have very little options as far as cosmetics on there. Is this month's race pass worth buying? Are there cars in there that you want? I mean, I went over all the cars to help you guys decide which ones to get. But if there's cars in there that you actually want, then it's definitely worth it. I mean, you're talking $10 for a race pass. Not only are you able to get 2 cars out of the race pass, you can get all the universal parts, the universal stage 6s. I think for $10, even if you don't want the cars, for $10, the race pass is actually a really good value for just all the little stuff you get. Alright, Melon says the LC 500 is no longer as good as people think, because there's actually a lot of better cars around. Yeah, one thing about this game though, you will realize that newer stuff comes out and better and better and better stuff comes out. So, I mean, the LC 500 is still a really nice car. It is not a bad car at all. But there definitely are better cars than the LC 500. But the LC 500, if you know how to set it up, it can do pretty well at live racing. Most of the Elite Tuners cars, not all of them, but most of them can be pretty good live racing cars. But, you know, none of them are perfect. There's no perfect car in the game. Every car is a little bit different. But I will say this, it's really nice to get universal parts. Let's just say you get a really nice car that's really hard to get parts for. If you've got some universal stage 6 parts or fusions laying around and you really want to upgrade that car, those come in really handy for that. If I weren't so cheap, I would probably buy every race pass just for to get the extra stuff. I mean, I probably should. It's only $10. $10 for a race pass is not bad whatsoever. The One Gamer, how's it going today? GH says, Original Legends, it's the fact trying to get all these tokens and restoring them. It's a very long process. It's a very, very long process. So the original set of Legends races took me roughly a year and a half to finish. The original set of Elite Tuners took me 2.5 years to finish. So one thing about this game is you got to really pick and choose what you're going to do, use your resources wisely, and realize you're just not going to be able to do everything in this game. There's going to be things you can do, and there's going to be a lot of things you're going to need to just miss out on, or, you know, put on the back burner, or worry about at some other point in time. If you try to do everything in this game, you better be a bazillionaire. Is the Huracan GT3 Evo better than the Toyota GR Supra? Oh man. Honestly, I would need to go watch my own video to refresh my memory on the exact stats on that car. I mean, different cars are good at different things, right? That's the thing. Some cars are great at acceleration, some are good at top speed, some beat the dyno time, some have great live racing setups. The one thing about the Supra, it's good to decent at everything. I love that Supra. It's not one of the best cars in the game, but personally, I would say I do know this. I would prefer to use my Supra over that Lamborghini. I mean, the GT3 Evo 2 is a very nice car. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. I can't remember the exact stats offhand, but I do know it's a good car. Is it better than the Supra? That I'm not 100% sure offhand. I would need to go compare all the stats between the two cars. But I think either one can be a very good live racing car if you set them up properly. Foxy says, I'm 9 out of 14 cars done with Legends. Legends, and it took me a long time. Yeah, it's a very slow process. Hydra, what about fusion slots for the LC500? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Wait, Darth, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to yell at you here. Darth says I'm wrong. I don't know about what yet. Whatever you're saying I'm wrong about, you're wrong about it. Hold on. Darth says, Danny, you're wrong. Every car, M5 and Bugattis are perfect. Wait, what now? Every car, M5 and Bugattis are perfect. Some Bugattis are really good. The Bugatti W16s, those are nice cars. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Darth, to tell you the truth. Every car M5. I'm a little confused by that statement. Every car M5. Are you talking about BMW M5s? Alright. Or says, thanks for that idea, Danny. I'll use the universal parts to upgrade my DeVille 16. Yeah, I mean, the DeVille is probably one of those cars. I mean, if you like the DeVille, that's probably one of those cars that's actually worth putting your universal parts into. I put mine into my Honda Indy truck. I bought several race passes just so I could get all the Stage 6 for my Indy truck. I don't know why, but for some weird reason, I just really wanted to have that car completely maxed out. Alright, BP says, I'm a team player and I follow the rules. I do about 40 races for every WEC. You know, I wish more people would do the weekly Elite Cups. I'm sure I miss one every once in a while, but I think a lot of people just completely ignore those. And if people in your crew do those, I'm telling you, you're going to earn a lot of extra nice stuff. I mean, it only takes 3 to 4 minutes a day to run through those 8 races. And a lot of people just skip it completely. I feel like I get most of them, but I do miss one occasionally. I mean, sometimes there's a day where I just forget that it's down there or something, but I try to get through most of those at least. But if you skip those, you're kind of missing out on a lot of nice stuff. Those things are very helpful. Alright, so Darth, you think every car in the game is good? He says every car and the M5s are perfect. Are you telling me that the mini poopers are good, Darth? Darth likes mini poopers. Hey Ryan, not too much, my friend. How you doing today? My throat's getting sore. Darth likes mini poopers. Alright, where am I at now? I think the game's kind of intentionally matching me up against players I'm going to lose against now. I'm probably not shifting this car properly. For one, I think I could probably be shifting this a little better. I do have this thing maxed out, however. I'm going to look the shift pattern up on this really quick. Alright, CSR2 M600. Alright, looks like I've got a video for this thing. Problem is my eyes are bad. Hold on. I need my reading glasses so I can see this thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Mini Cooper in real life either, Darth. I don't love them in the game, but they're cool cars. I've heard they break down a lot. My cousin actually... That's it. I'm pretty much driving it right. I'm just not getting the kickback every time. I think my cousin owns some sort of speed shop for Mini Coopers, which is pretty cool. He's got a bunch of like souped up Mini Coopers, but even he says they break down all the time, but he still loves them. But yeah, I mean, I would be pretty happy to have a Mini Cooper in real life if it was reliable. Rick says mini turd tacos. Oh man. Civic, yeah, Civics are sweet. I like the old late 80s, early 90s Civics. Those are my favorites, the boxy ones. If I had like a 1989 or a 1990 Civic, I would be pretty happy. I used to own a couple of those back in the day. Don't have many more, unfortunately, but it would be super nice. I missed that little car. The one I had was actually pretty cool. Ronnie G says speed and Mini Coopers don't go together. I was actually really surprised when they started remaking those. Who owns that? BMW, I think. BMW bought Mini. I would actually like to have one of the old school original Mini Coopers. Those are pretty sweet. Alright, I think in a second I'm going to go work on the other showdown. I still haven't won the prize car from the other showdown. I'm probably not going to unless I get more parts for my car. Yeah, the problem I have though is I keep I'm not shifting this car properly. My launches are not perfect. The cars that have the kickbacks, I never really enjoy driving those. Plus, when I'm live streaming, the other issue is when I'm on a live stream, I'm busy talking and reading the chat, and it's really distracting from my driving. So I drive cars very poorly during live streams. Scott says EG Civics and EK Civics are my jam. Why don't I max the... I don't have the parts for it, Melon. I'm missing a couple stage 6 parts. Alright, let's go to the other showdown. I wish I had all the parts for it, but the game does not want to give me the ones that I need. Melon says the F5 Revolution is too good to ignore. It is a very nice car. The F5 is very nice. Alright, let me get my free stuff there. Alright, Darth likes Integras. You know what? Integras are pretty cool. I haven't seen a lot of those around here. Like back in the day, Fast and Furious type cars were really popular. And there was a lot of people driving Hondas and Volkswagens, but you very rarely saw anybody in a Integra. Every once in a while you'd see somebody with a really cool Integra, but not very often. I mean, I could spend a few dollars and get the parts I need to level this up more. But yeah, that's the problem. I'm so far away from it. The game hates me. This game hates me. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Go. Second, third. I think Donna's been sabotaging all my cars. I will say this is a very rough showdown. Alright. Looks like Stack sent you an invite. Awesome. PB, that's a good crew to join, my friend. If you get into that crew, that's a very good place to be. Oh, Dar says the Integra Type Rs. Yeah, Type Rs are sweet. I've never seen one of those in real life, however. I've only seen a Civic Type R a couple of times, but I've never seen an Integra Type R in real life. What's up, Jay? How you doing today? Ah, you had an Integra with a carbon fiber hood and trunk. Nice. I don't think I ever had any carbon fiber parts on my cars. That one Civic hatchback I had like an ignition amplifier and like variable cam timing and cold air intake and all kinds of stuff. That was, man, my launch button didn't go off. That was a cool little car. I missed that car. That was probably one of my favorite cars that I ever owned, was that little Civic hatchback. My Mercury XR4 Ti, that was pretty sweet as well. I used to like that car a lot. Look at this, I just can't win a race. Oh wait, I got one. I will say this though, when it comes to the Venom, I've already got a couple of really awesome Venoms already, so if I miss out on it, I'm not going to be too upset. I got the F5 Roadster, and then I got that Purple Star Venom something or the other that destroys everybody. I've got so many great cars. I mean, oh, come on, Mr. Tuatara. Why would you do that to me, sir? I think I was having better luck on the other showdown. You know, I haven't played this for 2 or 3 days, so I thought, okay, maybe when I come back today, I thought maybe things would be a little bit easier, but they're not. I don't know why Donna has sabotaged me, but Donna has sabotaged my... Look at that, Donna! I bet she's driving that car right there. Melon says, guys, smash that like button. Thanks, Melon. Okay, yeah, Scott says he joined Futuristic a few seasons back, and they're supportive and great crew. Definitely. There's a lot of really crappy crews in this game, so when you find a good one, stick with it, guys. If you join Stack's crew, stick with it, because that's going to be a nice place to be. BK, he says, hey Danny, cheers from NYC. Appreciate all the helpful videos. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for watching them. I definitely appreciate it. Ah, crab sandwiches. I'm out of stuff. I ran out of thingy dingies. Let me get some more thingies. Alright. I actually won a race, eh? I really should put some more. I really should spend a few dollars and get parts for this car, but I'm not smart enough to do such a thing. Or maybe I'm just too cheap. Yeah, look at this. The game is against me today. Oh, look, I got one. Crazy. Yeah, the Tuataras are nasty. I don't think I have any Tuataras, but they're cool cars. I mean, if you're looking for a dyno beater, especially if you're looking for a car that runs a good time and beats the heck out of the dyno, the Tuataras are sweet. I like the way they look too. But yeah, they'll wipe the floor with you if somebody's got one maxed out or knows how to set it up. William D said I can listen but not text much. That's alright, man. Glad to have you here. Nonetheless. Even if you're quiet, that's okay. That is okay. Alright, we gotta face another Tuatara. They're everywhere. These things are just everywhere. They're nightmares. Dear car, please stop beating me. I don't appreciate it. Alright, he ran in the 7.2s. Hey Richard, how you doing today? I hope all's going well. You darn Tuatara. Oh man, it's another one of those things. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let me go back to my garage just to make sure the game hasn't thrown me any parts for this car. I mean, I don't think there's any more I can put on, but I might as well look, just in case. Alright, so right around 1,000 trophies. That's where I've been stuck for a few days now. BK said, I'm only on all stage 4 of my Tuatara. Not sure if I found the right shifting technique for it. Well, if you're trying to do showdown, unfortunately, it's not easy. No, I don't have any more parts. I'm missing 2 stage 6 parts, I think. I'm missing the transmission, tires. Yeah, I'm missing the transmission and the tires. If I had those, it would probably make a really big difference. But yeah, I mean, if your car is on stage 4, I mean, sometimes you got to play around with it. Because a lot of cars, as you change parts around, that can definitely change the tune and the shift pattern on those things. Alright, the EVO points are going way down. This probably won't help, will it? Nah, that's going to make it a lot slower. Yeah, that makes it much worse, so we'll go ahead and stick with it where it was. Unfortunately, I'm just missing too many parts. One thing about this game, though, if you're not spending money, you can only do what you can do. I try not to let that bother me. Petrus says, I bought $150 million, 80,000 gold, and 140 cars, maxed out with only €3. So you had somebody mod your account, I'm guessing? What's up, Shad? How you doing today? I hope all is well. Doris, have you clocked 49,800 miles. That means you've physically covered the distance of 2 full trips around the planet, with only 2 miles left to be perfect. I'm going to tell you what, 2 trips around the planet, that would be a, I wonder how long, like if you were physically, if it was actually possible to drive all the way around the planet, I wonder how long that would take. If you had a car that went on water, you might actually be able to do it. So you've actually gone that many miles, Darth, on your bicycle? So you've done 49,000 miles on a bicycle. That's a lot. So let me guess, you've always had something on your bike to track your miles? I've never had anything like that, but that would be kind of cool to keep track of that stuff, actually. Yeah, look, this game hates me. Scott says, same here, Danny. Stick to what you can do and don't try to waste your resources on average return. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of, you got to be really picky and choosy on what you upgrade or what you spend your resources or even your real money on. I mean, some things are probably worth spending a few bucks on if you want them enough, but hey, Revamp, how are you today? Hope you're doing awesome. Jay's got all stage 6 on your Batista, but missing like 2 blue and 6. Oh man, you still can't get the free car? Are you sure you're shifting it? I would check your shift pattern in tune. I mean, it seems like with that many parts, you should be, you would think you'd be able to get it. Then again, this game is brutal sometimes. Alright, wait a second. You want to buy a face pass? Yeah, if you buy the race pass and get a couple of parts, you might be able to get a couple of universals to throw on there. That's actually a great idea. Buy the face pass. You'll get some universal parts if you haven't got them already. But no, this showdown's actually pretty rough. How do you get the Devel 16? Alright, let's go take a look and see how they're currently offering that. I'm not sure actually, but I've had mine for a while. Let's see if it shows me another way to get it. My guess is it's probably going to be in the crates. Let's look through the crates really quick. If we go into rare imports, let's see if they got the Devel in here. That's a possibility. Alright, so the Devel is not in the crates. Let's look in the daily deals. Now, I already own the Devel. Yeah, it is. There is one in the race pass, actually. I would assume there's probably another way to get it as well. But yes, you can get one out of the race pass. So here's another deal. For 20 bucks, For $20, you can buy the prize car. If you can't win this out of the showdown, you can buy it for 20 bucks. Yeah, maybe the race pass is the only way to get it right now. I hate how it does this. Please stop that. I'm trying to look through the thingy dingies. Nah. Alright, so there's the M. That guy's for sale right there. Oh, I guess it might be easier just to drag these over, huh? Alright, so another way you can check is go to buy cars. If there's more than one way to get it, this will show you how to do it. Now we're going to find the Devels. We're going to click on it. Now, I already own it. So if I click on this, it's not showing me how I can get it. So go into buy cars, click on this thing and see if it says special offers or something like that anywhere. And if not, then the only way to get it right now is from the race pass. But sometimes they do offer more than one way to get a car. But race pass is definitely one way to do it to it. I think we only got about 20 minutes left on the live stream, guys and gals. See, I like this. This is a great car. One of the reasons I'm not going to be upset if I miss out on the prize car, because I got this. I mean, this thing is a beast here. Let's go live race this thing. This is set up in the 10.6 lobby or something similar to that. But I love this car. This thing and the Venom F5 Roadster are both amazing, and so is the prize car from the showdown. All three of these are great Venoms. If I can find live racing, there it is. It's hiding. Donna sabotaged my game again. Can you strip the Devel 16? Okay, so here's the thing. If you get a duplicate, I'm not sure. I've heard they may have taken this feature away. But back in the day when you got a duplicate car, as soon as it rolled into your garage, there would be a little thing asking if you wanted to strip it. And if you didn't say yes, right, if you said no and you came back later, you couldn't do it. My understanding is they may have completely taken away the possibility to get your duplicates or to strip your duplicates now, but when it rolls into your garage, I don't know if they're still giving you the option to strip it or not, but they used to back in the day. Oh man, I got a couple of bad shifts and or a bad launch. I got a bad launch and I lost to P-Wizzy. I lost the P-Wizzy. I gotta remember how to launch this car. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. We got a good launch that time. So if I let go on exactly on 1, it should be pretty decent. Alright, Orlando says you can't strip any Purple Star cars. Now, I very rarely get a duplicate Purple Star, so I haven't got to test that out. But the game does not want to allow you to strip Purple Star cars on average. Three, 2, 1, go. I'm sorry, that was a little bit slower than I wanted to go. But I do really like the Devel 16. If you can get that out of the race pass, I highly suggest grabbing it. Parts are hard to get, but it's awesome. What's up, Big Tone? How you doing today, my man? I hope you're doing awesome. Yeah, this car is pretty sweet. All right, so HW says yes, you can still strip the Purple Star cars the moment it rolls into your garage, but if you refuse, that's it. I've heard mixed reports on that, HW. Some people have told me that works still, some people have told me it doesn't. When's the last time you got a Purple Star car and had the option to, was it recently? Or was it like a year or two ago, or how did that work? How recent was it? Because, I mean, if you recently got one and it still had it, then we're probably good to go on stripping them if you get a duplicate. But honestly, I think it's kind of crappy you can't strip cars if you've got more than one. Okay, so HW did it with a Bentley a couple of weeks ago. Alright, that's good to know, actually. They should always allow you to strip a car if you want to. I mean, if you got a Purple Star car and you want to strip it, it should just give you a warning saying, hey, are you sure you want to strip this? I think that would be the best way to do it, but no, they got to be butts. Alright, Jay says he got one and it did not give him the option. Interesting. Huh. Scott wants to know any tips on lobby advantage. I mean, honestly, you know, it just kind of depends on the car, right? The low upgrade cars, generally, some of them get really good lobby advantages. Some of them get decent lobby advantages. But I'm going to tell you what, man, Melon never stops tweaking his live racing cars. Like me, I just try to find something that works with as few upgrades as possible. And I try to run my car at the dyno time I set. Those are usually like really fair setups where if somebody else knows how to tune a car, they still have a chance to win. Ooh, that was a close race. I lost. No. And he's not going to let me challenge him back. But, I mean, it just depends on the car. You kind of got to play around with stuff, right? Like, if you notice, I usually find a really quick basic setup for live racing. And then if I want to, I can sit there and tweak that. But it really depends on the car. For example, this car right here, if you set it up properly, and like some people will sandbag their cars. If you want to try and get your car into a slower lobby, sometimes you can sandbag it. Meaning you get the car set up, it should get a good lobby advantage. But if you go in there and you just start losing for your first like tank of gas or something and running way slower than your dyno, sometimes that will push the car into an even slower lobby. And then you can get an even bigger lobby advantage for that reason. But once you get a car running a good lobby advantage, you just need to make sure you're not pushing it too hard, because the game will continue to push you into faster lobbies and stuff if you're not careful. But I was looking at some of the cars Melon had tuned, and I'm not 100% sure I understand why he's doing what he's doing, because some of them were a little bit different than what I would have done, but they perform extremely well, so. I'm not a person who has a lot of time to spend on this game like I used to, so I don't sit there and tweak my cars constantly. I normally find a setup that works and I stick with it. Like if I had more time to play, I might actually get on there and start really tweaking better, but Melon's figured something out that I haven't, I think. I can give you a really good live racing tune, but Melon figures out crazy live racing tunes. But if you do notice, I do run a lot of slow runs sometimes when I get a chance, because I want to make sure my car is not constantly being pushed when I don't want it to. So this, oh, Nabble, we're racing Nabble. Nabble's probably got an amazing tune on this car. But you know, if you can win and slow down, you definitely should. Evo said, I bought the Hennessy and then I won it. And you were able to strip it. You know, it seems like some people get the option to strip the car and some don't. That's my understanding of what's going on, is some people are able to strip the Purple Star cars when they roll in at first, and some people aren't, which doesn't make sense. But this game is so glitchy all the time. Honestly, I'm not surprised. This game has always got a bunch of issues, unfortunately. But like this car, I mean, if I were to play around with the tune on this car, it would probably wreck everybody. This car can definitely wreck everybody if you shift it right, tune it right, go in there and start sandbagging it, which I don't think I did. Melon actually doesn't have a channel. Melon should start a channel. You can make videos just showing crazy live racing setups, Melon. You might make $1 bazillion off of that. I don't know. Alright, I guess I was out of gas there. We got about, oh man, Nabble's gone. We got about 10 minutes left on this live stream, everybody. Alright, we'll race Angel D. Good swaps, good swaps. Do you have to tune cars for other events than... Alright, so most events aren't like live racing. Live racing matches you according to your dyno times. The majority of things, you just want to make sure your car is fast enough to do what you need it to do. Live racing is finding just the right parts and setup to make it lobby well. So live racing is very different than other events. For example, if you're going into Showdown, all that matters is how quickly your car crosses the finish line. So in a Showdown, all you want to do is run as fast as possible. So whatever makes the car run fast. In live racing, you're not necessarily trying to make the car run fast. You're just trying to get it to win. It's a weird deal. Live racing, the way they have live racing set up doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't understand why they don't find a more like evenly matched live racing setup, but all right, we lost connection or something. All Alright, hold on guys and gals. We got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Ooh, look, it looks like I got an upgrade for this car. What is it? Oh, never mind. You know what? I don't even have my transmission on stage 5, do I? Huh, that's weird. This car would perform better if I had a few more parts on it, but it's probably working just fine the way it is now. I mean, it definitely works fine the way it is now. I could probably win live races easier with this if I got like my transmission and body leveled up a little bit more, but it works alright the way it is. Melon, so smash that like button, guys. But this car can definitely do much better than what it's doing now, but I don't really need it to. This will win the majority of races without even really having to try. I'm a big fan of this one. There was a very short time where they kind of set up showdowns the way they have live racing set up, and everybody started down tuning cars, and the game changed it back within a couple of weeks. They were like, alright, we can't have people doing this, and they changed it back, so they didn't exactly like that. Hey little Peter, how's it going, my friend? I hope you're doing good. We only got about 5 more minutes left on this stream, everybody. See, what I normally try to do is I try to find the lowest Evo points with the highest performance. No, wait, the lowest performance points with the highest possible Evo points, with as few parts as possible. That's how I like to set mine up for live racing. What's up, Derek? The other day, somebody posted a video like, oh, your live racing setup is so crappy. You could have done this, this, and this. I'm like, well, I'm glad you found a setup that you liked, but not, you know, there's several different ways to set up a car. Like, mine doesn't need to be exactly the way yours is for it to be good. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was just a troll or somebody, I don't know. My setup wins like 90% of the races. Maybe he found one that was better, or maybe he was just being a butt. I'm not sure, but honestly, there's probably like 20 different, well, I don't know about 20, but I bet you can find several different combinations of parts that work really well for live racing on low upgrades. You just kind of have to play with it until you find something you like. Scott says, find your vibe and stick with it. Definitely. Like, this car runs a little bit slower than the dyno time on average, and it still wins. That's what I look for. I want to be able to run at my dyno or a little bit slower and still win. That keeps my car from getting pushed into lobbies, and I don't really have to intentionally slow down too much, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but Some of my favorite cars, like let's just say I set the dyno at 12.0. I like the cars that will run exactly at 12.0. Then I don't have to worry about running too fast. It just makes life easier. All right, we got Nabble again. Nabble, you're always changing cars, my man. Nabble is a car changer, guys and gals. Little Peter says, do you have a Supra? Yeah, I got a couple of Supras, actually. Most of the Supras in this game are actually pretty nice. Oh, was it my turn to win? I thought, okay, I guess it was my turn. Carl, yeah, thanks for the swaps, my friend. Big Tone says Melon wants to win all of the races. Yes. Yes, he does. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just if I win most of the races, if I'm not swapping with somebody, I just want to be able to win most of the races. If I win all of the races, my car is probably super crazy. Probably too crazy. I'm happy to win, you know, if I can win 7 out of 10 races, that's a good place to be. I do like to run a few, every tank of gas, I do like to run a couple of really slow ones intentionally, so. If my car wins most of them, that's good. All right. It is, stream time is almost up, guys and gals. My throat's sore. Oh, I got a bad launch on that one. That's a bummer. I got a really bad launch. It happens, though. Every once in a while, if you launch it just the wrong RPMs, this car doesn't like it on this setup. Melon says you have to shift the venom right. Alright, so yeah, I mean, if you shift the venom in a certain way, you can make it beat the dyno time by a lot more as well. So how you shift the car, even on a live racing setup, sometimes you can find cars that if you do a really basic shift pattern, it runs at exactly the time you want. But you can also shift it. Sometimes there's a car where you can also shift it a little differently to make it run a few tenths of a second faster as well. Yeah, this Venom, this is one of those cars, if you shift this properly, it will run much faster than the dyno time. Well, I don't know about much faster, but it'll run at least what's the word I'm looking for? A good deal faster. Like if you do a really basic shift pattern like this, it will run really close to the dyno time that it's set for. If I shift it a little bit differently, it will run much faster. But my dyno time is set for a 10.6, so I'm trying to drive it so it hits right around 10.6 on an all-out run. But yeah, you can actually make this car go faster if you want. But it will win 80 to 90% of the races the way I got it set up with the basic shift pattern. Now, if you wanna make sure you're winning every single race and you want to be safe to make sure you win, you can always drive it with the other shift pattern and then slow down. But a lot of these, not all of the Venoms, but a lot of the Venoms are beasts of cars, actually. Some of these things are monsters. Man, my throat really hurts. I got 4 more days until they send me to the ear, nose, and throat doctor to try and figure out why my sinuses are so bad. My throat's sore all the time and stuff. So hopefully they can figure something out, because it sucks. It sucks after every live stream. I'm just like, oh, my throat. All this talking about kills me these days. It's awful. Like, the weird thing is, like, right now my sinuses don't really feel plugged up, but my throat still really hurts. It might be the autoimmune disease. I'm not sure. But I hope they can find something that will figure out why that's happening. I don't know what it is. I don't like it, though. I don't like it. Little Peter says no stream tomorrow. I should be streaming on the Warrobots channel tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. I'm going to hit the ending soon button, guys and gals. You know what? I'm going to see if I can add the proper ending screen here. Be right back. I don't have it on here. So let me add a new one. Add source, browse, ending soon. There we go. Perfect. Now we got the ending screen on there. Let me make sure I've got that set to loop. Yeah, little Peter, I should be on the Warrobots channel tomorrow. I've had like a really sore throat for months now for some reason. Don't know why, but it sucks. All right, Morgan says to take cold showers for a month. Every time I try to take a cold shower, it's so unpleasant. It's not fun. I've tried a couple of times to do a cold shower, and I did not care for it at all. Some people don't mind, I guess. Melon says, Derek, your dyno time is just a starting point. Ronnie G says, Danny, we all have issues. You're not alone. Yeah, it sucks that humans have to have so many problems, but unfortunately we do. All right, Derek says, how many times do you have to hit your dyno before they put you in the right lobby? I'm not really sure what you mean by hitting your dyno, but bottom line is, if you're running faster than your dyno and you do it over and over and over again, every let's just say maybe 3 or 5 races. It also depends on how much you're beating your dyno time by. But if you're running faster than your dyno, maybe every 3 or 5 or 6 races, the game will be like, okay, this guy's running way too fast. Let's move him into the next faster lobby. And then if you're still running way faster than your dyno, they're going to move you again. But every car is different. Now, if you're trying to move backwards in lobbies and get into a slower lobby, that's another one of those deals where it depends on the car, and sometimes you might be able to run 5 or 10 races a little slow and get moved backwards. Sometimes you might need to run 30 or 40 races slow to get moved backwards. But that's kind of one of those deals where there's about 1 million variables in there, and it's really hard to know for sure how many races you need to go to get pushed or moved back. But that's the reason I generally try not to run my cars faster than the dyno time on the majority of runs, because that way the game doesn't push me. It usually just stays in whatever lobby I'm in. I mean, sometimes I'll have a car that's running, for some reason, let's just say I set up a car to run 12-0, and I can run 12-0. Sometimes it might even put me in like the 12.4 lobby. And then after so many runs of running 12-0, it'll move me into the 12-0 lobby, and then I'll usually just stay there. So it might take 10 races, it might take 20 races, but it's different with every car, and it also depends on how much you're beating your dyno time by. So there's a lot of variables there. Morgan says, take Tai Chi, health and wellness. Melon says, adjust the dyno to the lobby. That's the shortest answer. Yeah, like whatever lobby you want to be in, if you can set the car to that dyno time and run it at that dyno time or a little slower, that's usually about where you'll end up. Sometimes you might be in a slightly slower lobby. But if you've done something wrong, then you're in a faster lobby. But if you set it properly, you're going to be in that lobby or maybe a slightly slower one if you got everything set up right. But that's why I picked the low upgrade cars. Like if you max out a car, it's a very different story. Once you get too many upgrades on the car, get your car into the faster lobbies, the live racing lobbies are different on higher upgrades compared to lower upgrades. So the low upgrade cars are usually the ones you want. All right, guys and gals, I need to give my throat a rest. It's very sore, so I'm going to stop talking now. But I want to say thank you so much for coming out to my stream and watching my videos, everybody. You guys are all super amazing. Thank you for being here. You're all awesome. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. Later, everybody. You guys are amazing.